Hello, this is Jason, Danielle. I'd like to talk about a pretty radical concept that seems to be eluding some of the people that were pretty popular on YouTube earlier this year and later this year, and have attracted the attention of uh, some people for the wrong reasons, namely their misconduct. Uh, I won't mention them by name. I don't think they deserve that recognition anymore. They've already been called out on numerous occasions by other YouTubers. I think that their actions, spoken of by the people that were involved in the incidents, speak volumes for their character. And my viewpoint on all this uh, basically boils down to something that I've delineated in another video that I uploaded well over a year ago about the difference between participants in the kink lifestyle and people that were abusers and users and misleading themselves, or misrepresenting themselves rather, as alternative lifestylers, namely consent or informed consent, chiefly misleading communication, manipulation, that sort of thing, to gain the trust, the cooperation, and maybe even the implied consent in their eyes of the person they wanted to be involved with. That seems to be what these law-breaking YouTubers have been involved in, is misleading themselves as well as the people involved in what actual consent is all about. It's a pretty simple concept, and I won't waste a lot of your time. It'll be a pretty short summary. Consent is simple, direct, and effective. If a person wishes you to touch them, to hold them, to kiss them, to in any other way have contact with them, they will tell you so in a direct manner. And if at any time they withdraw that consent, whether it be in a sexual encounter that you have initiated based on your idea of flirting or whatever, or your idea of foreplay, if they withdraw that consent, any encounter you're involved with them in at any time is over. If they are not in any condition legally to give that consent, say they are not of legal age, not of a mental capacity, i.e. intoxicated or mentally incapacitated, they do not have the legal right to give consent, and you are legally liable if you place them in a position where they cannot give or withdraw consent. You are violating the law. These are simple concepts. The law is clear. Humanity is clear. Morality is clear. These are very human, basic rights. We've grown as people. We no longer have need for the marriage sheet ceremony of the Middle Ages to prove our brides are pure or any such nonsense. We no longer have need for the honeymoon as it was originally intended, which was to ensure paternity. We no longer have need for any of the primitive rituals that we survived in as primitive societies. But we do have an understanding now as a civilized people, at least in the Western world and in much of the Eastern world. Don't let the propaganda fool you. Don't let people's agendas fool you. There are civilizations all over the world that respect human rights across the board, that respect people as individuals across the board. It's because they respect themselves. And if you don't respect someone else, you're not respecting yourself. Consent is all about respect. Simple concept. Simple answers to a basic human question.